Hey guys, today's video is going to be about throttle and clutch control. Last video we learned about starting the FZ07 and the controls in the FZ07. Remember those? Were the clutch, front brake, throttle, rear brake on the right side, shift lever on the left side. Today's video we're going to focus on moving the bike, get it running, start riding. That's the fun part, right? So clutch control and throttle control. The first thing we want to do is start learning some throttle control. With our feet on the ground, what we want to do to start out is learn how to just bring the throttle up like a 500 to 1000 RPM, like that. So up and down, right? Up, down. Be able to hold it there. Because as we start out riding, what we want to do is release the clutch and apply the throttle at the same time. So just practice on the throttle, bring it up and hold it like 500 to 1000 RPMs. Back down. Up, down. Up, down. Same thing with the clutch, right? What the clutch does, it transfers the motor's power to the rear wheel. Okay, so when you engage the clutch, it means it's all the way engaged, so the power of the motor is on the rear wheel. To start off though, you want to pull the clutch in. You want to slowly let that clutch out until you start to feel that friction zone. The friction zone is where the bike starts to moving, because the clutch is starting to apply the engine power to the rear wheel. And what you want to do is at the same time apply that little bit of throttle and release the clutch really slowly. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is going to put the bike from neutral, which it's in now, you can see the green light, to first gear, so we're ready to ride. Okay, so we pull the clutch in, our hand's still on the front brake, and we push down on the gear shift lever, right? We learned in the last video, which if you haven't seen, you can still watch, it's on my channel, that in this bike, the FZ07, first gear is down, up all the way through sixth gear at the top. So with the clutch in, hand on the brake, throttle off, go ahead and put it in first gear by pushing down with your foot, your left foot on the gear selector. Now it's in first gear. You notice on the FZ07 has a gear indicator. It went from a dash line, which is for neutral, to 1. It's in first gear. Bike's not moving because we have the clutch in. You still apply throttle, put the clutch in, nothing's going to move. So what we want to do next is start to engage with the clutch. So slowly let the clutch out and you'll feel the bike start to move. You don't need any throttle, see? Hand off the brake, bike starts to move. Keep your feet down. Again, pull the clutch in, it stops. Slowly let the clutch out so the bike starts to move. That's the point right there where you want to start applying that little bit of throttle as you continue to release the clutch. Okay? So this just takes a lot of practice, over and over again. You guys can do it, it's not hard, it's relatively easy on a bike. Don't get discouraged, it just takes time. Okay, so let's try it. We're going to apply a little bit of throttle, and we're going to start to let that clutch out. And when you feel the bike start to move, when it moves enough, we're going to pull our feet up on the pegs and start to ride. Okay, here we go. There you go, clutch all the way out, see? Now you can apply more throttle if you want to go faster. Eventually you have to shift if you don't. So let's get over here, I'll turn around, we'll try it again. Okay, feet down. Let's practice that again, okay? Off the brake, we're ready to go with the clutch. A little bit of clutch, a little throttle. Bike starts to move. Okay, pull back in. Hand on the brake, we'll stop the bike. Just keep trying that. Get it to move like 10, 20 feet. Stop the bike. Try it again. The more you practice this, the better off you'll be at starting from the stop. One other thing to show you, if you happen to let the clutch out too quickly, you might stall the bike. It's not a terrible thing. I know when it usually happens, you're leaving a stoplight and there's cars behind you. Don't panic. Just pull the clutch in. If it stalls, just pull the clutch in. Hit the starter again, start the bike up, and slowly release the clutch, apply the throttle, and start moving. Okay, so let's watch. If I put the clutch out without any throttle, the bike will stall. Here we go. See, it kind of jerks forward, pull the clutch in, hit the starter. Here we go again, right? So let's practice some more. Clutch out, apply the throttle. Alright? I've been riding a long time, so it looks easy. It takes a while to learn. Don't worry about it, just keep practicing. Don't get discouraged, you can do it. Okay, same thing. Okay, don't forget to put your feet down when you stop. Okay, so this time let's ride around. You can pull the clutch in and coast too when you want to stop. Apply the brakes. We will learn engine braking and downshifting next video. Okay, so let's go this way. So once you're rolling like this, eventually you have to shift gears, right? So you pull the clutch in, throttle off, up with the foot. You just push up with the shift lever. Now it says 2, you're in second gear. Clutch out again, throttle on. And that transition you're going to have when the bike wants to pull back or go forward a little bit, a little jerky, that's where you get better as you practice, so don't worry about that. It's not a big deal. Okay, so let's go for third gear. Clutch in, throttle off, up with the shift lever. Clutch out, throttle on. There we go. Okay, there you have it. Clutch and throttle control. Remember, just keep practicing. Find an area where there's not traffic and just keep practicing. So don't forget, next video we will do engine braking and downshifting and stopping. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel so you see the rest of them. And have a good day. Get out there and ride. Have some fun. It's a blast. See ya. Also on the left side we have the left hand grip, the clutch in front of the hand grip, and on the FZ07